Everybody is playing Jago. Jago got nothing but buffs, so everyone is playing Jago. I'm just seeing people losing half their life bars from 2 dragon punches, and I'm just like, this is the little stuff that I think is like super important to make you feel like you're playing a new game. Even when we played Super Street Fighter 4, right, compared to Street Fighter 4, just getting a different like character select menu, just getting a different interface in some way does so much for your stupid brain. You go like, ooh, new shit, right? Who's the bottom left robot? Exactly! This character's been in this spot the whole time. Y'all just never even saw it until now. This girl's been here the whole time. You've never even seen it until now. The Shin Hisako! Getting a little... I don't think we've actually seen these character renders anywhere else. But also, like the color scheme. I'm glad that they changed this stuff, right? This is the stuff that we need to visually identify the stuff that has changed for KI over the seasons. Because, you know, the classic interface of KI has gone from red for Season 1 to blue to green for Season 3. And now it is purple, more akin to classic KI, much less KI Gold on the N64. Obviously, more things are happening with Killer Instinct now than ever. And it isn't just, you know, it isn't just the character select screen. If you notice up here, look, they have new artwork for the classic retro skins up here as well, which we haven't seen yet. Yeah, this is brand new artwork back here. They actually drew the more respectable Thunder costume. Shadow Jago doesn't have anything because he's Shadow Jago. Sadira's over here too. They actually redrew all of this shit. It's pretty sick. So I like that. I think that's actually, these are small touches that, to be completely honest, go a long way. Y'all are wild. Fulgor still top 3. I need to see it. I just need to see it. I need to see some wild and shit. I mean, granted, you have a character that can pip cancel their fucking fireball to uppercut, and they're just naturally always going to be good. If I wanted to jump back and play KI and do some new shit, old shit is like Tusk. Old shit is Tusk. Old shit is Shadow Jago. But goddamn these Shadow Jago skins, though. Jesus fucking Christ. Old shit is obviously Fulgor, and old shit is Hisako. None of these characters I'm actually good with, mind you. I'm still remembering. The only character I ever had muscle memory with was Fulgor. Everyone I have to relearn the special moves because, you know, my memory comes from playing arguably the most when I was doing trailers and stuff. Let's just start off with I need the cool sword. Hold on a second. Let's punch someone that's really gonna get anti-aired a lot. All right. A lot of people are gonna be really excited about the 4K upgrade. However, I've been playing this game at 4K ever since the PC version came out. Just ever since. So to me, the visual optimizations of the game are really nice for console. What happened to Jago? It's crazy to think that he actually got a movement speed upgrade. Sure, that's cool. What do you want to see? Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Does not happen, right? You can't like combo into this stuff because it's counter hit only. But sweet Jesus. A little bit of hit stop just to feel it. Ugh. God damn. That's pretty much it. Other things have obviously changed on Jago, right, for the most part. But if you're talking about like, okay, so what is the big thing that changed on Jago? Well, he's threatening as hell because if you get anti-aired by this guy, it's better than landing a combo. Saberwolf did not get a change, so for all Saberwolf players, congratulations. Glacius got a huge change. And his big change is to arguably one of the best openers in the game, which was Cold Shoulder. This move was ridiculous. It was fast as hell, easily unreactable, beats most things, right? It was safe before, but you were definitely negative. It was one of the better openers because you can just throw it out. Before, it used to push the opponent way back. So you can kind of steal your turn back again from this in a character where it's like, I finally got in, and then they just do this shit. So now, it doesn't push back nearly as much. Look at that. Oh my God. There's like no pushback at all. Cold Shoulder is really bad. If I block it, if you actually block it, it's not as good. Okay. All right. There you go. But here's the thing, 99% of matches, this is still an amazing move that's going to be really good. You have to jab, you have to hit it with a jab after, and if you don't, he's just going to do some wild, stupid shit after, because that's just how Glacius works. Thunder got a change. Not a ton. So, Thunder is definitely faster. Kind of a frequent change that was happening was that characters' walk speeds are getting higher. Characters that are supposed to be powerful on the ground are now actually more powerful on the ground because they can move faster, right? They can move faster. That's good. That's actually something that Thunder could probably use, because before, Thunder was spending a lot of his time doing like crazy shit like this and doink and boink and da-da-da. The biggest change, I think, was this one. It was DP with H, and you could cancel it, I think, almost at like any point before. So it was almost like a mix-up, right? You could really delay the hell out of this like bison foot stomp, and you would like try to punish him, and then he would stomp your ass. So now that might not be the case nearly as much. You know, you might not be able to get the thing out right next to the ground or something like that. So that's pretty much it. Pretty much remains intact. This one's crazy to me. Shadow Jago's the same. He didn't change. Sidira got a kind of a big change. Just got buffed. She's largely known to be one of the weaker characters in the game, albeit one of the most annoying characters. You'd be shocked to learn that Sidira is actually bad at the highest level of KI, considering how annoying she is, right? Very, very annoying character. However, Sidira being anywhere but up here was blasphemous. Absolutely blasphemous. So now there's something that makes her naturally a little bit weaker, and his name's Jago. But here's the big change. Her walk speed is much faster on the ground, allowing her to have some of the best buttons that she could actually use a bit better. So Orchid, what was Orchid's big change? It was pretty much Big Slide, right? Big Slide got like super safe and now goes pretty much Season 1 win kick. It's all the way. Outside of that, Cats just got better. Orchid is a character that has continually gone through nothing but change after change after change after change in a positive direction. She has just been buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed ever since the first version of the character. And she still is bad. How that's going to change now, we'll see. Because they've once again given her even more things, made stuff that she's had even better. So we'll see. You know, we'll see how actually. And it's crazy because Orchid just seems like a character that has everything, has good 50-50, has arguably some of the easiest ways to open you up, has good pressure, like knocks you down, has good Oki, has good damage too. I don't get it. It's kind of wild. Her damage is nuts, dude. Jesus Christ. Do people play her? Why is she bad? That's a great question, man. Not really. Right? Not really. Keith says Orchid players are playing a long con. They're downplaying her for 8 years to get more buffs. Yep. Spino got some changes. You're not gonna have to remind me what they were. I will say, if there is a future where Fulgore gets reevaluated in some way, I will take more nerfs for height beam buffs. That's what I'll take. I'll take the height beam is good again. Optimized fun than competitive viability. That's what I'll do. I'll always optimize that shit. So Spinal got a walk speed buff, and you're not going to notice it too much, simply because his big bony ass was already very slow on the ground. He's supposed to use this stuff and this stuff to move around. And hold on, wait, do I even have teleport in the air? Or do I need meter for that? I think I need meter for that. All this kind of stuff, right? That's not it. That's about it on Spinal. Spinal's still pretty good. So what changed on Fulgore? This is now -4, punishable from a light attack. Any light, like stand light or light jabs, crouching jabs as well. Medium is -6. Oh my god. And heavy is -8. Oh my god, heavy punishable. Oh Jesus. Okay, ouch. So, but here's the question. -3. So here's what's nice about this. Any amount of charge, right? So here's a new executional thing with Fulgore. That's still -8. Still -8. That's 0 now. Yeah, there we go. Just that little bit. But if I charge it a little bit less, it is now -4 punishable. But a little bit more, just like a little bit more. You really got to charge it up to make it plus now. So the biggest change on Fulgore, to be honest, if you really want to talk about like what changed the most, teleport. Teleport and action after 6 frames is massive. In a fighting game, if 6 frames is 1/10 of a second, feels like that should be nothing, but that's huge. For a move that let him act while he was still invisible, he now is completely visible until he acts. And he also cannot teleport and then teleport again and keep himself invisible, which was a big part of his like game plan, you know, to keep himself like, you just don't know which direction he's going to go. Buff that he got is this stuff that you can pip cancel blade dash into specials. So that's interesting, right? That is interesting that he can now turn some of his close range offense into more offense than before. It didn't really feel like these things specifically were hard to shadow counter before, you know, like that hard. I was getting shadow countered on medium laser a lot when I was playing Fulgore, and especially on forward HP. Forward HP feels like it's more visibly shadow counterable than even Jago. But it's even more shadow counterable now. I hope I'll go up against people that are good and they'll shadow counter it too early and then they'll just get killed. Anyway, TJ combo got like no changes, right? Maya got very minor adjustments from what I recall. Buff on one of her shadow dagger enders. Oh, I believe no changes on Riptor. Character remains the same. Omen got a meter adjustment. That's what it was. Omen just builds a little bit less bar for doing things. Aganos went through it. And the biggest one is overall damage on stuff. The biggest one I think is this, which is the input. Hold on a second. I'm gonna find it. I haven't played this character since season 2. I'm gonna find it. It's like off medium. Yeah, this thing. No longer combos anymore. This set up into a pretty much unbreakable combo situation. It was kind of how Aganos got all of his shit. From what I understand now, it just does not, you just can't combo into it. Right? So this just doesn't work anymore. Here's a big nerf. So the damage on Wall Crush is way less than it was before. So if you put a wall behind him and you get like one of these bad boys, this just overall is doing less damage than it did before. That still seems like a lot, but trust me, it's way less than what he was doing. Aganos became a very like pesky character where if he ended up getting the hit, it was hard to stop him. If he had chunks, you couldn't do anything about him when he had chunks, right? Hisako got no changes. Cinder got no changes. I wish he did. This is one character I wish kind of went through an overhaul, but this was clearly not an overhaul patch. Not an overhaul patch. Arya got several changes from what I understand. Yeah, these are supposed to be more shadow counterable. These feel slower. Interesting. Drone assist now leaves the drone punishable for 30 more frames. Whoa, yeah, that comes out. Oh, wow, it hangs out now. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So if you like shadow counter or something like that, you're hitting the drone. She's taking damage. And if any of these drones are hit, the other body takes damage. So similar to, you know, a Marvel vs. Capcom, if you use assists and the assist gets messed up, you're going to get messed up as well. Kilgore got no changes, right? He was an untouched bitch. It was Kim that got a bunch of stuff. Wow, her jump still feels very floaty. Are we telling me this jump is now less floaty? Need some dragons. And then dragon tosses its kicks. Yeah. She has Gargos's jump arc now. Weird. 15%. So she's one of those ones that that also got movement speed increase. Jump arc changed. Dragon kick ignores armor now. This one actually will go through armor, so this will blow up Aganos. Aganos or potentially Gargos armor. Right, those are the big ones. The movement speed, dragon kick, ignoring armor, and her better jump. Those are the big ones in my opinion. So Tusk is arguable up there, one of the best characters in the game as of right now. An instinct pop, he can do this crazy shit. Right, where is it? I'm doing a whole bunch of nothing here, but trust me, This stuff is very good. Now it's 33% less, allowing him to do 1/3 more than he could before. So he can cancel things into things. His instinct mode lets him special to special cancel just like crazy. He can't do it constantly. You don't get 30 uninterrupted seconds of being an asshole, but you do get way more than before. Arbiter didn't get any changes. Rash, we're gonna unload in the Toad. If we're talking Rash, a lot of stuff got changed. A lot of stuff got changed. But the biggest one you need to know about is this piece of shit move. I think to a lot of people that just casually play Rash, you're gonna have a great time. Nothing changed, bro. So this thing used to just be like unfucking stoppable, right? The way, if you timed it in the right spot, use it in the right location, it was a friggin' nightmare to deal with this fucking move. He's a beginner-friendly character that also is just very good. Same game plan, right? Just a little bit less bullshit. That's all it really is. We thought Rash was gonna get deleted. We thought his ass was gonna be replaced with Zitz or some shit. Shin Hisako got some changes too. This is a weird character. I'd argue this is probably one of the least played characters in the game just because her mobility is really weird. Playing this character is odd as shit, man. But it's because she has a backdash, but this is her normal dash. So she is very weird to play. She has a projectile somewhere. She has a projectile. She has a projectile right there. And you can hit it and it turns into, you know, essentially Guilty Gear stuff. Increase the speed of forward-moving Spirit Orb by 100%. So it's twice as fast as it was before. Yeah, I think this is it, right? I think this move, getting better, just allows her to move forward more, right? You can actually, like, move behind it. You know? Stuff like that. Mira, shockingly, got no changes. Which is crazy to me. What did Gargos go through? Reduce the damage on Light Portal Punch. So this is doing less. It didn't do a lot. But, you know, now it's doing even less. Reduce the block stun inflicted by Light Portal Punch to 5. Whoa! Damn, dude. Reduce the block stun on medium and heavy Portal Punch to 10. Oh, man. Okay. So all they did was nerf the shit out of Portal Punch. ROM did get some changes. Yeah, RAM still nukes the bitrate. Not on my stream, though. My stream can handle it. Right? This is Krill Rush. Okay, so this move was kind of useless before, from what I understand. His running bear grab? Yeah. It was not that good. Light, medium, heavy, and shadow. Now, attempt to grab 1 frame after the run ends was 5 frames. Yeah, it got better. They made it significantly better. This move is also now good because it attaches bats to you, and when you have bats attached, you get more PD damage. Yeah, it's like literally a poison that eats at you and shit. Second to last one, this is the character that I am looking forward to playing. I think Idol's one of the coolest goddamn characters in this game. Idol's a character that is 2 characters. He has 2 complete different movesets. What you do with one head, with one moveset, technically feeds the other head. So, I have now changed to the other head. I now have a different moveset. I'm the melee one now. However, you'll notice at the bottom left, see there's little, like, these grayed out pips? It's feeding the other head. It's actually giving abilities to the one that I'm not using right now. Now that I'm in this mode, I get new things I can do. Right? I forget what it is in mage mode. What is it in mage mode? I switched back again. Shit. Wake it up. I want to be in this head. Wake the fuck up. So earlier when you were smacking the other head to get the other guy to wake up, it would happen kind of quick and it would not take a lot of damage. Now it deals more damage than it did before. It deals a little bit more damage than it did before. He's a stance character where you cannot control which stance you're in. Shadow Bolt Strike invulnerability to projectiles only. Apparently this was fully invulnerable before. Is that the one that was fully invulnerable? And this guy was the most untouched character in KI for the longest time, for like 6 years. The least amount of balance adjustments overall. Was kind of designed to be a zoner, but ended up being one of the craziest mix characters in the game for a long time. This character also took a year for people to even figure out. The bird just takes longer to do everything. Right, everything the bird does has to flash now. There it is. Now it's usable. Before it would just go back up and you're good. So you would do something like this. cross them up, and it would, from what I understand, just be unblockable. You'd be like in a Urian situation from Third Strike or some shit. Long story short, there's so many changes that happen on Eagle, and I have so little experience with this character that it's hard for me to show you everything. I think the goal is to actually turn him into a zoner. But that is all the major changes to the existing roster at KI. That's all the big stuff. It's kind of a lot. I think overall my impression is that if your character did not get touched, you got buffed. You definitely got a buff. If your character went through nothing, oh boy. You're sitting pretty, because characters have some dirty things in KI. That's the point of the game. KI is a cheap game. It's supposed to be unfair, right? That's kind of the point, is that you have combo breakers, dude. This is a game that does not require characters to be legit, like, fair. You have to be fair and balanced across the board. That's not Killer Instinct, because what happens when you get touched? Well, the game's not over. This isn't a game where you just watch somebody combo your ass to death. No, you can make a choice. There's choices to be made at every single point during gameplay.